My name is Dot Lung. I'm a global social media strategist working with companies around the world.
I think I've covered out. I've never ever done anything like this. This isn't just a conversation about a book. It's a vision for how we work and how we show up for ourselves. I went to first book, first live show, the first time I did it on tour.
Recording in progress.
Sometimes you just got to put yourself, sometimes you just the right down, do the thing, and whenever it is the right time, the thing to do, and to do the thing to do, and don't know what it is, what it is, what it is, what it is, that was one of the most influential people in this founding president, Emma Reed, podcast host, and now author. Emma joins us now. Unbelievably overwhelmed, which is really unusual. I said what I feel, what is my experience, and I wanted to create a conversation. I'm very deliberate in the way that I language. Very little comes out of my mouth that I don't plan, don't execute extremely thoughtfully. And so I'm here for it. I'm also here to listen. Do you know what I mean? It's like I'm here to learn myself. I don't have to be right, but there is zero chance of me deciding to do something different. There's zero chance of me backing down or trying to clarify what I meant. I meant what I meant. I said what I meant. So that's simple. I'm very grateful to each and the thing how we go. I'm gonna like spin around like a little bit, so we're gonna see it. Guys, it's finally book release day. I refuse to buy, especially around something that's so critically important for women. We don't need any more gaslighters. I refuse to set up unrealistic expectations for other moms by lying about my own life. We have 12 things to do today, and then we have 12 things to do tomorrow, and then we have a party, and then the book comes out, and then, you know, I'll be on stage, and so I can't even really get my head around all of it. Like, I'm just thinking, I'm going to do what I do. I'm just going to keep going.
Yes, ma'am.
No. That's major. What does that change?
We are starting in 5 minutes, okay? We are waiting for people to get in.
Jumping rocks. Gathering. What do they need to hear? I really try to think carefully about the listener and what's going to be useful to them.
I know that your best friend for some people ask, you know, how you successful, and you know, a lot of questions to do with that. Kind of first, what sparked the idea of writing this book?
It really was because, you know, I thought about writing a book that people could use, not that they just read. I wanted this to spark something in people, and then you would read a chapter and then you would go and do something. And that's why I actually start with that, you know, section about vision, because if you don't hold a vision for yourself, if you don't know what you really want and you can't crystallize that, it's hard with the time that's left over to actually get anywhere. And when you have a vision, you can have so much clarity about where to put your energy. Like, is this a use of my time or is it? So it is 7, 6, 5. It's been a long day. But I guess it's a workout, so it's gonna happen now in my hotel gym. Ain't gonna be the best one, but it still counts.
Ladies and gentlemen, Emma Green.
Okay, we're starting in 1 minute. We're starting in 1 minute.
What if you could claim a stake on what's said to be the
Okay, so the lady you've been watching, she's called Emma Grade, and she's one of the women that I look up to. I don't know if you guys know the Kardashians. I know they are famous. I know you've heard about the Kardashians. So she's the one who pitched the idea to Kim Kardashian of her brand. I know you've heard about Skims. Skims, it's clothwear. Emma Grade is the one who pitched the idea of Skims to Kim Kardashian, and they launched the brand together, and now it's a $1 billion business. She's a billionaire, so she's a very impressive woman, and she has recently written a book called Start With Yourself. She is very, very, very big on empowering women to invest in themselves. You need to start with yourself, to invest in yourself, to invest in your self-development, to invest in the future that you say you want. And for everybody who's here in the meeting, and I know that you're that type of person who takes the time to invest in yourself and actually want to improve your life. So congratulations to all of us who are here, okay? Can you hear me clearly? Is my sound okay so that we can now start? We've been waiting for people to get in 5 minutes. I think that it's time for us to start. Am I clear? Okay, so if you're here, please mute yourself. You can mute yourself and mute your video, ndio kusikwe na distractions. Sawa, just go ahead and mute your sound. Yeah, you've muted yourselves, everybody. So let's get started. And anytime ukisikia kuna issue with my video or with my audio, just make sure to tell me so that I can have it corrected. Sawa, on the chat. There's somewhere you can chat. I'll be looking at it. I have a phone here that I'll be following. Sawa. So kama kuna issue, you'll just be able to text me or you raise your hand. Now I'm ready to start. If you are. So let's go. Right, so today I want to present to you an industry, an opportunity that's a $1 billion a day industry, and it is an industry that most people are not aware that it exists. So I want to bring it to your attention. Now, which industry am I talking about? About the information business industry. It's a whole, think about university colleges, those are the normal ones, but there's a whole industry called the e-learning industry where people are buying information online. Let me see. There's someone here who has, the video is distracting me. Yeah. Next, let's continue. So I believe that 2026 is the year of the shovel. And I want to tell you why and why it could allow you with the right approach to make the easiest money you've ever seen. So what do I mean by the year of the shovel? So you guys, I'm sure you've heard about the gold rush. There's a time where people were really, when they discovered gold and they wanted to really become rich through gold, and people are running to dig for gold, to buy land so that they can dig and get gold. During that time, it was called the gold rush. During that time, do you know who made the most money in the gold rush? It's actually not the people who are going to dig for gold. It was the people who are showing people how to dig for gold, the people who are selling shovels. Okay, shovels. So they saw a business opportunity and they're like, oh, so everybody wants to go and dig for gold. I'm going to make shovels and I'm going to sell shovels to these people. They became the wealthiest people. Now, it is not glamorous to talk about a shovel because everybody wants the gold, but we're in the business of making money, seeing opportunities. So the people who sold the shovels were actually the people who made most money. And this is what an information business is. It is the business of selling shovels, showing people how to do stuff. So 2026 is the year of the shovel. And with AI, this business model is even bigger opportunity now than it was kitambo, because AI will literally create for you this product. So on today's webinar, you're going to learn exactly how to start a business in this industry in only 3 steps. So it's not very complicated. It's not complicated at all. Anybody can follow through and anybody can do it. Next, I will be giving away some bonuses at the end of the session. So make sure you stay so that you can hear about these bonuses. And you're going to discover the best way to make money online this year. And you're going to discover the new rules and secrets of making money on the internet in 2026, now that we have AI. If your microphone is on, please mute yourself. Please mute yourself, okay? Mute yourself. Yeah. Mute yourself. Let's go. And also, you're going to see why, for most Kenyans, 2026 will be the worst year yet. The economy is not good. We all know this. That's why we are all trying to make a little extra money here and there. Economy is not good. Economy si nzuri, and with the oil crisis. So if you want to know how things are going on in the world or in the country, you normally look at these metrics. I normally look at these metrics. You'll see that people are sleeping less. They have sleeping issues. People are worrying more. Depression rates are up. Suicide rates are up. Addiction rates are sky high. And seeing on domestic violence is going up. People who are selling other children, the numbers are going up because people are turning to these ways to be able to bad economy. Things are not good. And to make matters worse, it is unlikely 2027 will magically rebalance things. In fact, if I have to bet, 2027 will be even worse. Do you know why? Because the real effects of catastrophic events don't show themselves until 24 months after the event occurs. Who knows how it's about to turn to the oil crisis? And also, we have elections. Yeah, guys. People are taking money out of our economy. There is not a lot of disposable money everywhere. So buckle up. There's a chance with a bumpy ride. This bumpy ride is going to get a whole lot bumpier. So I'm not the type of person who usually sugarcoats. I like working with the truth. I like looking at reality as it is, because if you look at the truth of things, you are able to move forward. You are able to see what you need to do to move forward. So, what this means for you. In the world of the insane, a sane person becomes infinitely more valuable. If you can't handle chaos, what is already hard for you in normal circumstances becomes much, much harder. Sometimes the best way to help yourself is to throw yourself into a meaningful project that helps others, or something that is going to help you and your family, okay? So the double-edged sword of desperation. Sadly, it's true that when there's blood in the street, there's money to be made. Remember, during 2020, during lockdown period, a lot of people, it was the worst times in their lives. People lost jobs, people fell into poverty, but at the same time, there are people, it was their moment to shine. They became billionaires. They took advantage of the period and they made millions out of that catastrophe that happened. So desperate people are more likely to take more risks and buy more things. You'd think that when times are bad, economy is bad, at people now, that's when they're not going to buy stuff. It's actually the opposite. People will actually spend more because they are looking for something to make them feel good, and they feel like buying things is gonna make them feel good, or they are just hopeless. Like the future doesn't seem like it's going to be any good, so they are like, I might as well spend money. it's just the same case that happens when you look at poor communities. The poorer the people are, the more children that they have. You'd think like it's the opposite. You'd think that someone would think, oh, because we are in a very bad state, I might wacha nisipate watoto wengi sana, let me get at least katoto kamoja ama wawili that I'll be able to manage. But it's the opposite. You see, rich people get fewer kids, and then the poor are the ones who are having 8 children, 7 children that they can't be able to take care of. So yeah, this is how people are. So for better or worse, the more desperate a person is, the easier it is to sell them something. Worse, it's a bad truth. It's not something that is good to find out. But so the problem with this, you leave yourself prone to being manipulated, exploited, and taken advantage of. Yeah, that's the problem. You need to take care to take care of the people who are trying to sell you stuff this time when moments are bad. And also, it is a double-edged sword. It is the time for you to make sure that you have something that you're putting in front of people so that you can make money. Right? Yeah. So in this business model, in the information business, creating digital products with AI, you can make massive gains even if you have zero experience, even if you have no tech skills. If you're a complete beginner, this is something you can do. If you've never created or sold anything on the internet, you can do this. If you have no business experience, if you're coming from any industry, if you don't have followers or a website or whatever, or if you're a slow learner, this is something you can do. So don't worry about having skills or all those things. Apana, this is beginner friendly, ni kitu utaelewa sawa sawa. So let me introduce myself formally. Najua wengi wenu mnanijua kutoka kwa TikTok, but here I am. My full name is Caroline Wairimu Marichu. So far tuko pamoja, my voice is clear. Are you getting what I'm saying? Am I making sense? Please tell me something. Tell me yes, tell me something. Okay, I see that tuko pamoja. Okay, perfect. Yeah. So my name is Caroline Wairimu Marichu. This is me and my baby, and this is also me when I used to be a prison warden. Okay, guys, nilikuwa nafanya kazi kwa jela. This is me also. This is me also. Unaona hapa niko na bunduki. Here, let me play this. Can you hear the sound of the video? So hapa mahali tuko, you see kuna maaskari wengi hapo. So you see so where we are hapa kwa hii video ya katikati, it's called the dungeon. You see the courts, where the law courts are. When you're just passing by the courts, what you don't know is that there's actually prisons uko chini. It's called the dungeon. So like when the prisoners have court hearings, all these things, usually take them uko chini, and then tunawachunga uko chini. So that's where we are. Tuko chini ya courts, uko chini kwa dungeons with all my colleagues and all that. So this is still me with my baby. Oh, there's someone who's saying nope. Oh, lakini there's nothing important kwa hiyo video, so don't worry about it. Yeah, so this is me. I used to be a prison warden and I did not like it. The environment ya jela is terrible. It is those parts of our society, the dark parts that most people are not usually exposed to. I did not like the environment. I didn't like the pay. I didn't like how we were being treated as askaris. I was very miserable being a prison warden. And so I said, I want a better life for myself. I started a side hustle. Nikaanza side hustle hapa. See, I was selling these supplements. Nikatafuta kuna kampuni kengine, it's a big company, it's a network marketing company, they sell supplements. So nikaenda nikanunua stock yangu ya kwanza, it was around 51,000 and it was all debt. Nikachukua salary advance ingine nikaomba mamangu, nikaanza hii biashara. So that's how I got into business. That's when I started taking business seriously because I really wanted to get out of the prisons huko. Nikaanza kufanya hii. That's when I started now understanding how to market, because ukiwa na stock kwa nyumba, you're like, I need to get my money back. Nitauza hizi vitu aje? So that's when I started researching about digital marketing. I started buying online courses on marketing. I attended seminars on digital marketing. That's when I got exposed to the information business, because I realized that there's a whole world out there of people selling information and they are making millions and millions and millions. So this is me. Unaona hii video, huyu ni mimi. So what I used to do, unafanya marketing online, you put people together kwa a conference call, unawafanyia it's like a seminar ya health and wellness, alafu unawauzia hivi vitu za aloe vera. That's how we used to run the business. Yeah, so that's how I got exposed to the information business, and I decided this is so much better. This is such a better business model, because once you're working with a company, number one, you have to deal with company politics. You have to deal with the managers. You have to deal with the company discontinuing a product. Like for example, unajua kuna product yenye unaenda inakuwa your favorite. Unajua kuuza hii product and then they discontinue. Now you have to go and start learning how to sell another different product. And you know kuna commission, like there's a ceiling to the money that you're making. And it's a lot of work. Alafu unajua hii ni ile business ya kurecruit. Lazima ushinde ukiambia watu wa join. Hey, I was like, let me shift. That's how now I shifted. Oh, so when I used to do this business, ndio nikaacha kazi because I was very good at marketing and I was making some good money. So that's when I was able to leave my previous job. So this is what I want to talk to you about, the information business. I was hooked into the business model. So before we start officially, there's little mindset shifts that I need you to have so that you can be able to receive what I'll be able to teach you today. Okay, so mindset shift number one is you need to have the mindset of always trying your best in everything that you do. You have to have the mindset of going all in something. You can't learn, you can't make the most out of an opportunity kama we unakuanga mtu wa kuingia na mguu moja. Yani you're not trying something to your limit. I need you to have the mindset. Be the type of person who goes all in. Because I'm personally that type of person. Nikiamua kufanya kitu, I usually go all in. Okay? Go all in. When I used to be a prison warden and I made a decision, mimi sitaki kukaa kwa hii kazi, I want to leave. Nikaingia kwa ile business nilikuwa nafanya. I went all in. I learned how to do marketing kabisa. Mpaka watu wenye tulikuwa tunafanya now, they started asking me, how are you getting so many customers? Because I have like distributor colleagues. How are you getting so many customers? How are you doing this? And I started to teach them how to do ads, how to do all these things. Because I went all in. I was able to understand how to do business and how to sell things online and how to be able to communicate to people so that you can sell your product. I learned all this because I went all in. Sikuwa nafanya ati kujaribu hapana. I need you to be the type of person who does their very best, okay? I want to challenge you today. I want to ask you, have you ever given your blood, sweat, and tears into something? Have you ever tried your best before the God that made you? Can you say, because most of us say we want a better life for ourselves, right? Lakini unaweza enda useme nimejaribu yangu yote. Umewahi sema hivyo? Umejaribu yako yote to make things work. Because most people, the truth is, most people don't give their best. They don't. So for the parents in the house, if you're a mom, I don't know if I have men in this Mimi, because mostly I love marketing to moms. But if you're a parent, you say you love your kids, you say you want to give your kids the best. So prove it. Are you doing your best as a mom, as a dad? Unaenda huko nje kujituma kujaribu ndio, so that you can provide a good lifestyle for your kids. Huh? Because of late we've been seeing online kids trending, watoto wana trend juu ya vile wanateseka, and if you ask the parent, they'll say they love that child. That's a lie. If you really love your child, you will do your best. You will put your fear aside and you will give your all into something. So that's one thing that's one mindset frame that I need you to have. So I promise you during this session, I'm going to give you my best, and also you promise me to give me your best. Unisikize mpaka mwisho, you embrace what I'm saying, okay? Next. Yeah, so do you know what happened during the gold rush? Your time, people are rushing to dig for gold. People gave their lives looking for gold. People died, wanachimba chini, the walls cave in, they died in caves, they drowned, wakivuka oceans to go look for new land that hasn't been dug, so that they can be the first to look for gold. They gave their all to be able to become rich and provide for their families. Are you willing to do that? That's a challenge. That's something that I want you to challenge yourself. So you missed gold. If you're here, you definitely missed the gold rush. We were not born. You missed crypto. The people who went into crypto fast, they made millions and millions. You missed the influencer rush. Saizi, influencers are not in demand right now. When social media was new, influencers were the thing. But now, So, do you want to miss out on AI? And those who listen to me on my live, I told you that AI might not be around for a long time, because maintaining those data centers is so expensive. It takes like billions to maintain these data centers, and they have to be replaced every 3 years. So people are saying that it's an AI bubble, and imebakia like 17 months, 18 months, and then either it's going to disappear, or it's not going to be free. It's going to be very expensive. So you need to take advantage of it now that it is still free, that it is still available. Ndio by the time kama itaenda, itakuwa imekutengenezea pesa, itakuwa imekumove forward. Because with AI, it just makes everything that you do faster. Like for example, when you're generating ideas of digital products, it's going to give you the ideas. It's going to create the ads for you. It's going to create the ebooks for you. It's going to put a presentation. You see, like this presentation, I'm not a graphic designer, but ni AI inanisaidia. AI can literally make for you a whole entire presentation. Sawa. And also about the rich and the poor, guys. Every time there's a new tech that comes, the rich wanachukuanga and they embrace it. So if someone was 10 steps ahead of you and now they're using AI, they're creating wealth even much more faster. So that means that they are now ahead of you 100 steps. When are you gonna catch up? When? The gap between the rich and the poor will become even bigger and bigger. Think about your kids, the future of your kids. So, there is a poem. I love art. A person who loves art and poetry and music and all these things. So I wanted to read for you this poem. It's called Roll the Dice. Msiboeke watu wenye hawapendi wacha niwasomee. Roll the Dice by Charles Bukowski. If you're going to try, go all the way. Otherwise, don't even start. If you're going to try, go all the way. This could mean losing girlfriends, wives, relatives, jobs, and maybe your mind. Go all the way. It could mean not eating for 3 or 4 days. It could mean freezing on a park bench. It could mean jail. It could mean derision, mockery, isolation. Isolation is a gift. All others are a test of your endurance, of how much you really want to do it, and you'll do it despite rejection and the worst odds. And it will be better than anything else you can imagine. If you're going to try, go all the way. There is no other feeling like that. You will be alone with the gods, and the nights will flame with fire. Do it, do it, do it. All the way, you will ride life straight into perfect laughter. It's the only good fight there is. And you know the generations are squeezy, they're becoming lazier and lazier and lazier. So if you actually put an effort into building something, you'll be ahead of most people. Higher mindset number 2 shift that I need you to have as we go on. Embrace long-term thinking, okay? You need to have a builder mindset. In Kenya, most Kenyans have this mindset of kuchapa kadil hapa, kadil hapa, kadil hapa. One, you know, at the beginning of the year uko kwa hii biashara, mwaka ikifika katikati umeingia place ingine, sijui now you're in this platform, sijui now you're doing online writing, now you're doing another thing. When you're in that mode, ya kurukaruka from one thing to another, you're never going to build something meaningful. So imagine 2 different people. In 2 years, one person has been jumping from one thing to another. And then there's one person who maybe, for example, after this session decides I'm going to build my own information business and I'm going to get good at it. And they commit to building something long term. In 2 years, huyu atakuwa, number 2 atakuwa ameprogress so much further. And then these are the person who's been jumping from one thing to another. Because every time you jump from one thing to another, you're starting from zero. There's no momentum. There's no compounding. Do you know there's so much you learn in just building, in just committing to one thing and making it work? You learn so much. You learn invaluable skills that you can transfer into doing something else in the future. So I also want you to think like that. Long-term thinking, builder mindset, building something meaningful. Sawa. So with that said, let's define what an information business is. So an information business is literally just selling knowledge / information in a structured way. Yeah. And now we are talking about building an information business online. It's called the e-learning platform. It's called e-learning industry, okay? And the e-learning industry is actually 500 billion, so unaona hapa, not sure if you can see this, US dollars 549 billion. This is in 2025 and 2026. What do I mean by that? When we say an industry is a $500 billion industry, inamaanisha that every year, people from all over the world, they take money from out of their pockets and they pay to buy an information product online. Na hizo pesa zote zenye watu wanawekelea kwa wananunua vitu online, digital products, zikacalculatiwa. Now these are the people obviously who paid taxes. Imagine for the people who haven't paid taxes. So all that money is calculated and the sum becomes 549 billion. So you can see it's a very, very massive industry. People are removing, in fact, it's more than $1 billion a day. People are removing money from their pocket and they are paying to online people who are selling information and they are paying. So you might as well be one of those people who gets paid, right? Take the share of your market. The pie is so big. You only need a piece of the pie. And if you can see, market forecast in 2034, it's going to go to 1,086 billion. So it's like it's just going to grow. You can see the graph. The industry is just going to grow and grow and grow and grow. People are investing more and more and more in the e-learning industry. So you see, it's a growing thing. You want to be in an industry that is ever growing. Yeah, there's a lot of profit that is for grabs. So you might as well take a piece of a pie. Now, there's a slide I wanted to, this slide. Now, why is it that people are investing money in the e-learning industry? Because number one, traditional learning doesn't give us everything that we need. We all go to schools, but there's a lot of life lessons that school doesn't teach us. And so people are turning to the online channels to look for information to solve their problems, okay? That's why the e-learning industry is growing. So traditional learning is dead. Times change too fast for schools to keep up. The one-size-fits-all model is all doomed in today's society. What you must learn is to stay competitive in business and happy in life. right, outside of the normal education system. Plus, people are like, why do I need to go to university to study something for 4 years if I can learn, if I can buy an online course and study it in 4 months, you know? That's why people are investing more and more in the, in the e-learning industry. The reality is the most valuable lessons we learn in life, we don't learn them from school. We learn them from people, from life itself, from peers, all those things, right? From mistakes. Sawa sawa. Aya. So far, so good. So what's an information product? An information product is an ebook. Number one, you put together a PDF file, an ebook for like 7 to 10 pages, or an audio product. People will literally record audio, like several audios kama tano, and then they sell it as a bundle, or they sell it, or a video product. Like for example, now venye tunafanya hii Zoom, because I'm recording this session. If you want to do like a small course, you can just record, you go on Zoom, you talk like this, and then you see recorded, it's video. You do like 5 Zooms, na sasa uko na video tano, you put them and you call it a mini course. It's really not complicated. You will be shocked by the things people are selling online, and they're making so much money out of it. Yeah, I'm sure some of you might have had platforms called Udemy, Coursera, Kajabi. This is the information, okay? You see, you can use Google Docs, free apps to create your information products. Canva, Google, like presentation yangu nimetengeneza na Canva. It's so much easy, guys. So what are people buying online? What are the topics that people are buying about online? Number one, information about health and wellness. They're buying information products on health and wellness, on style and beauty, on sex, love, and intimate relationships. Can you see? These are things you can create. Si unaona, hizi sio vitu complicated. Si lazima ati ukuwe an expert in a field. Si lazima ati uwe ati daktari, lawyer, ama watu wa taxes so that you can sell information. No, you can create products on health and wellness, cooking, style and beauty, how to level up those ideas, sex, love, and intimate relationships, parenting and family, life, purpose, business and entrepreneurship. This is my niche. I usually do business entrepreneurship marketing, right? Corporate training and consulting, career and professional skill development, real estate, money and finances, retirement and legacy, time management and productivity, personal growth, skill development, religion, faith and spirituality, home improvement and organizing, survival and sustainability, art, hobbies, sports, animals and pets, education, social responsibility. Like I know there's this person who wrote a book about the Constitution. Sijui kama mmeona huyo mtu. He's a Kenyan. He's educating people on the Constitution. He's wrote a book about it. That's an information business. So I hope I am stimulating your creativity. You can create a digital product in anything. You can create a digital product on something that you went through in your life and you are able to solve it. And obviously, if something has happened to you, I trust me, it is happening to other millions and millions of people. So you can create a digital product around that and sell it and help people mali wewe umeweza kujisaidia. All right? So the thing about selling info products is that it's as close to creating wealth from thin air as I've seen. It's the truth. Yeah, we talked about the size of the e-learning market. It's going to go bigger and bigger and bigger. Plus, after COVID, everything just shifted online. Kila kitu watu walianza turn online, kununua vitu online, all these things. So to kick off this webinar, msiboeke, I have 5 simple true or false questions. Your answers are important to your future financial independence. So I want you guys to participate. Okay? So, number 1, true or false? You have to be good at marketing to be able to sell information products. Is it true or false? True or false? Let me see your answers. Let me see your answers. False. Oh my God, there's someone who is saying that I'm unclear. I thought my voice was clear. You have mixed answers. Some are saying false, others true, others false, others true. True. Nani mwingine hajapeana jibu yake? Yeah. Are you ready for me to reveal the answer? Is it true or false? You have to be good at marketing to be able to sell information products. The answer is true in general. Sikukuja hapa kuwadanganya. In order to have a successful information business, you have to at least have some knowledge in marketing. Sawa sawa. Now, the good thing about you is that you have me, and because I know I am so much into the world of online selling, I'm going to teach you watu wenye wataamua kuproceed na mimi personally. Nitawafunza easier ways to be able to sell your product online. It's like the tips and tricks that generally if you're a beginner, you don't know. Okay, so you do have to have some amount of knowledge when it comes to marketing. Otherwise, utajuaje promote your product. Okay, so yeah, however, there's an astonishingly easy hack to a certain type of marketing that I can teach you in a few short minutes that can quickly bring money regardless of experience. Yeah, I can shortcut your way into understanding marketing. Sawa sawa. Sijali kuhusu hiyo. Next, true or false? You need to be an expert to create an information product. True or false? True or false? You need to be an expert to create an information product. Let me see the answers. Unaonaje? Is it true or false? False, 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 false. Okay. False. False. False, false, false. Looks like this is unanimous. True. No, 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 no. Inaona ni kama ni okay, I'm seeing mixed answers. Next, let me reveal the answer. True or false? You need to be an expert to create an information product. False. False. In fact, there is a way to turn the tables on the normal gurus in any market and use your lack of experience to win customers over and pull in profit. False, you don't have to be an expert in a certain industry to create things about that industry. Like, for example, let's talk about my own personal, the industry that I'm in, which is business, online making, internet marketing world. Obviously, there's somebody who has grown their business to maybe like 10 million shillings per month. Do you know, you can say, oh, let me go to this person who makes 10 million Kenya shillings per month and nifunze. But you, if you are at zero and you haven't even figured out a way to make even 100,000 online, kuna mtu hapa na, let me mute. See, the person who's making 10 million shillings per month online might not be able to help you make your first 100,000 shillings online. Do you know why? Because yeye tayari alitoka hiyo stage kitambo. He probably even forgot the things that took him from 0 to 100K. Because the thing that's going to take somebody from 1 million to 10 million shillings, they are very different principles, different mindsets to take you from one stage to another. So if you're there, you're looking to make at least your first 100,000 online, the best person to teach you is somebody who is just one step ahead of you. Maybe they're making like 200K online, or maybe even they're making 150K online. That's the best person to teach you. Juu, it is very recent. yeye amepitia hiyo stage very recently, so anakuelewa even more. You only need to be one step ahead of somebody to teach, or you could teach about something that happened to you. Maybe you're a parent, you had an issue, you went through something with your child and you are able to solve it. You can create an information product around that. Or you might just be passionate about a certain topic, like for example, health and wellness, nutrition. You just need to be interested enough. You go and research on the topic and you create an information product around that. You do not have to be an expert, so don't be intimidated. Do not be intimidated. Look at the people who are making like meal plans. People who are making meal plans, people who are making information products around like farming, all these things. They're not really experts. It's just a product, okay? It's just a digital product that you're creating and selling it. So, next question, true or false? With all the free information out there, there's less demand to buy information products. True or false? True or false? Let me see the answers. Let me see the answers. Yeah, true or false? With all the free information out there, there's less demand to buy information products. False, false. False, false, false. True. Anybody else who's gonna answer? Ngoje jibu zenu. I'm counting 1 to 5, and then I'll reveal the answer. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's go. False. In fact, the opposite is true. The information business has exploded with sales. 148x larger than it was when I first started in the business. I've told you it's a growing industry. It's a buying frenzy out there right now, and it's time you cashed in on the hottest growing market on the internet. And you know what? The more free information there is, actually, the more people are going to ask for specific detailed digital products. Because like me, for example, I've been trying to teach my child how to potty train na nimeshindwa. Nataka ajue kususu na kupupu kwa potty. When I go online to search for information, ukiangalia YouTube, people are teaching different things. Sasa unashindwa nitafuata nani? Nitaamini nani? So imagine if I'm scrolling maybe on TikTok or on Facebook and I see someone saying, are you struggling with potty training your child? This is what you should know. And maybe they're selling like an ebook, 7 to 10 pages. And then they're telling me what you should do, the mistakes, everything that I need to do. Yani kila kitu ni detailed. I will probably buy, because this is something that I'm going through right now, and I need that problem solved for me. So imagine maybe they're charging that information product for like 1,000. Or it could be maybe like an ebook, or maybe they're doing a masterclass. Maybe a masterclass, an ebook, maybe anaweza charge kama 1,000 or 1,200. Imagine maybe I'm one of those people who've seen that ebook. Maybe there's like 25 other people. Maybe per month anauza copies kama 20 hivi, 25, and that's low. Your number ni iko chini kabisa. That's like beginner numbers. So she's probably making like maybe like 37K per month from just one information product. Imagine if she has multiple. Maybe akona hiyo digital product ya potty training, ka ebook, and then at the same time maybe she has like a challenge, like a 7-day challenge to potty train your child, and it's like something you join. Maybe she's even charging for like maybe kama 7,500 one-on-one akusaidie. Lakini one-on-one inakuanga expensive, maybe like unauko kuanzia 15K kuendelea. You see how you can monetize one idea, one problem. You can do a masterclass, you can do digital products, you can do a community of other moms, you can do a paid community, like an inner circle. People call it inner circle membership. masterminds. You can monetize the same idea, same problem. You can do one-on-one coaching, hivyo. Alafu, I don't think there's like an expert in potty training. I don't think there's people who go to school to learn how to teach children to potty train, because these are like real life issues, everyday issues that people don't learn from school. So false. The more free stuff there is, it's actually an advantage because people get more confused. So they'd rather just buy something that's not free, that's going to actually help them. So, next, true or false? All the good product ideas have been taken. What do you think? What do you guys think? What's the answer? All the good product ideas have been taken. False. I feel like this one is going to be unanimous. False. True or false? False. Every day there are droves and droves of new customers who are looking for products that don't exist. Yeah, like me. I've not seen anybody who's teaching people how to potty train. You can take that idea na ukue wa hiyo. You'll be the first one to create such a product. Yeah, every day there are droves and droves of new customers who are looking for products that don't exist and are leaving empty-handed, disappointed. They can't spend money with someone like you, right? Just look at the opportunities with AI. Yeah, I know someone who's built an entire information business on AI, how to teach people how to use AI. Okay, so false. In fact, acha nikwambie, if you see people creating digital products around a specific idea, it means that it's a good idea. So you can even create digital products that other people are creating, because if they're creating them, it means hapo kuna market. It means that those products are in demand. So true or false? Speed is more important than ever when it comes to cashing in on the enormous profits waiting online for your claim as rightfully yours. True or false? True or false? True or false? Speed is more important than ever when it comes to cashing in on the enormous profits waiting online for you to claim as rightfully yours. What do you guys think? Yeah, it is true. Yeah, true. True. Shall I reveal the answer? 100% true, which is your focus today. It's speed, guys. Kwanza niliwaambia AI might not be here around for a long time. So speed is the thing. And also, let me tell you a little story. When I used to be a prison warden, I got an opportunity to become someone's bodyguard. She was a very wealthy woman. And what I learned from the rich people, because I was around them for like 1 year, for almost 1 year, nilikuwa bodyguard. And I saw how she moves, how these people move. It's speed. Pap, haraka, kila kitu haraka. If you see an opportunity, you have to get it immediately and start implementing it immediately to maximize your profits. Bure, when you stay with poor folks, like when I was a prison warden, you will find people complain about the job. They don't really do much. They don't really embrace. Like, unaona kama hiyo business ya supplements nilianza. I told all my friends, simkuje tufanye hii biashara, because we used to complain about work together. So I'm like, oh, maybe they'll also come with me to this business so that we can make money. And all of us, hakuna mwenye alikuwa ameolewa, hakuna mwenye alikuwa na mtoto. So we had all the time. So, wow, they just stayed there. They're thinking about it. Oh, wacha nione, wacha nifikirie nini. Mi nikaenda. na nikaenda kabisa, nikaacha hiyo kazi. Wao wako tu huko, bado niliwaacha huko. This is the thing, you need to, speed is important. Embrace fast, you learn things faster, move faster. You don't have forever. Okay, so you'll discover, hii nilishawambia. So we are starting now the 3 steps, okay? Number 1 is create an irresistible offer. Number 2, present it to a thirsty crowd. Number 3, sell them a second glass. So this is analogy, clearly. Okay, so this is an analogy. So let's go to step number 1. If you decide, which you should decide, to get into the information business, it's an easy business model. You only need to work, unafanya kazi just like 2 hours hivi per day, na hiyo ni tu marketing. Once you set up your own online store and you learn how to automate everything, why wouldn't you enter into the information business? So step 1. All right. Yeah, hii nilikuwa wachana na hiyo. Step 1, how to create an irresistible offer. So in the online world, you learn something called offers, which is a big deal. You might not think it's a big deal, but people have written entire books on how to create offers. Unaona kama hii inaitwa 100 million offers, $100 million offers, how to create irresistible. This one is how to create an irresistible offer. I have read these 2 books. So what this means is, sijui kama nimeandika hapa explanation. What this means is, you want to be able to create a digital product, sio yenye itakuacha hapa una beg. You beg people to buy, oh, ninunulia hii product, please support my business. No, I don't like that energy. Nobody owes you anything, even family and friends. Si lazima mtu support business yako. So you don't want to create a product yenye inakufanya ukue beggar. This is what we want. You want to be able to create a product that everybody wants. This is how you want it to be. Once you launch your product, let it sell like hot dogs. Unataka iende faster. A product that's in demand. Sasa, this is what you want. So it's called the art of being able to create an irresistible offer. Okay? So to be able to create a product that is in demand, you have to first of all understand how money is made. How is money made? How is money made? This is how you make money, okay? Money is made like this. You exchange something valuable for money. Sawa. Cause think about it like this. Any money that you want to make, it is in someone else's pocket. It is in someone else's bank account. So you need to figure out a way to come up with something that someone else would be willing to take money out of their pocket and give it to you. Okay, it's an exchange. That is the only way you make money. It is exchanging something valuable for money. You have to give something to someone ndio akupatie pesa, okay? Step 1 is figuring out the value. Step 2, you get people who want the value that you're selling to give you money for this value. So in this case, our value is a digital product that solves a problem for someone. Like for example, tulikuwa na hiyo idea ya potty training. You create a digital product that is going to help new mothers potty train their babies, and you're going to sell that, and I'm going to pay you money so that you can be able to show me, okay? Number 1, you pick a niche and then pick a problem to solve. There's a quote I love by a man called Zig Ziglar. He says, you can have everything in life if you will just help enough other people get what they want, right? If you can help enough mothers potty train their babies, they are going to make you rich because they will pay you for you to teach them how to do that, okay? So let's do it in real time. Let's go to ChatGPT and generate ideas. Ndio pia wewe uone vile unaweza come up na ideas. Ndio, let's go to ChatGPT. Can you see me changing my screen? Go to ChatGPT. Haya, this is how you do it. So maybe you've decided to choose the niche of health and wellness. You go, you ask, I want to start an info business in the health and wellness niche. Give me 25 ideas of fast selling digital products that I could sell in Kenya. Unaona inakupatia ideas. Wewe ukishachagua ile topic yenye inakubamba, now you start looking for ideas. Ona zile ideas imetupea 7-day flat tummy Kenyan meal. Natural weight loss drinks recipe book. PCOS and hormone balance guide for African women. I love this. This is actually a good it's a good idea. Postpartum weight loss and recovery guide. 14-day belly fat burn home workout program if you're somebody who's into fitness and working out healthy. Kenyan recipes, diabetes friendly Kenyan meal plan. You see, 30-day glow up challenge, healing through herbs, African herbal remedies guide. This is a good one. High blood pressure natural management guide, stress and anxiety relief toolkit, fertility boosting nutrition guide. I love that one. Intermittent fasting for beginners, the busy woman's fitness guide. Healthy living for office workers, sleep better naturally. 7-day detox challenge, healthy living for women above the age of 40. You see the beginner's healthy lifestyle starter pack bundle. You do a meal plan, grocery list, workout plan, habit tracker, water tracker. Do you see how you come up with ideas? And think about all the different topics there is. Is in health and wellness. Kuna parenting, kuna lifestyle, kuna relationship, kuna so many. So naona, kuna so many opportunities zenye ziko. You can build an entire brand. Like for example, iko wapi? Kama here, Healing Through Herbs, African Herbal Remedies Guide. You can create an entire brand around African herbs, around healing with herbs. You can create so much content around this topic. You can create so many digital products, so many guides. See traditional wellness remedies for digestion, immunity, stress, sleep. You can even create a community for herbalists, people who want to be herbalists. So much you can do, right? You can do master classes, you can do coaching programs to help people mix these herbs and whatever. Na unaanza tu pole pole. Kama ni topic yenye umekuwa interested in, you just need to be willing to learn more. The more you learn more about the topic, the better you become, the more expert you become. Hivyo tu. Sawa sawa. That's how you come up with ideas. The trick to success is picking the right problems to solve and solving these problems in the simplest yet most powerful ways. Yeah, the trick is just to be specific. Kama ni meal plan, make sure una create meal plan for men above the age of 40 with diabetes. Ni specificity tu. Ni ile yenye mtu akiona hii product anaona, hii imetengenezwa yangu specifically. And they'll buy. Okay? All you have to do is pick the right problem to solve and solve those problems in the simplest yet most powerful ways. Number one, it should be better than free, obviously. And then you have to talk to their pain, especially like the ones who are going to get into health and wellness. Make sure you pain before gain. Talk about the way they are suffering if they have ulcers, the way hormonal imbalance in our affect, maybe they have pimples on their face. Hey, hormonal imbalance is bad, man. bad, the periods are bad, you know, PCOS, talk about the pain and they'll buy, right? And also you have to be able to deliver the product immediately. An ebook is good because the moment they buy, automation, you learn automation, guys. The moment they buy, immediately inakuja kwa email yao because it's an ebook. Yeah, I've talked about hyper specificity. That's the trick. So who's more likely to spend money? Thomas, a brighter, whiter smile. There's somebody who just wants a brighter, whiter smile, right? And imagine Jane, a crippling toothache. Maybe you have, like nilikuanga ninauza hizo supplements, kulikuwa na toothpaste ya aloe vera, and it was so expensive. It was like 1,300. Sasa najua wame increase bei. It usually increases price every year. So let's say nikupatie hiyo product ya hiyo toothpaste, useme ni herbal toothpaste, or you have a herbal remedy for teeth and dental care. Who is going to buy this one or this one? It's this one who is in pain, a crippling toothache. So that's why if you want to like create digital products that sell faster, make sure that they are solving a problem, because watu wako na mashida, they want to eliminate that pain. So you should be able to speak to their pain. Sawa, crippling toothache. This one is the one who's going to buy faster. Huyu anaweza nunua, lakini anaweza nunua ama asinunue, hakuna urgency, you know, and we want to make money today. So this is the person you speak to their pain. Big money making secret. You can take any best-selling how-to book on Amazon, get 95% of its content, hone in on one thing someone can apply, and now you can offer an immediate win. Amazon is a platform, watu booksellers wanaekanga books zao kwa Amazon. You can look at the bestseller list. Okay, if you don't want to do like the hard work of researching about a topic, you can just go to Amazon, research about the topic, and then you take that book, you put it into ChatGPT, uiambie ikusummarize your kitabu. For example, there's this bestseller book on Amazon, and it's called How to Talk so kids will listen, and listen so kids will talk. So this is for parents. This is a pain point because parents usually like to be able to connect with their children. They like disciplined kids. So it was a bestseller. You can go take that book and then unaiweka kwa ChatGPT, unaiambia ikusummarize. Okay? So this one single page, more specifically, the 4 steps given were an immediate game changer the first time I used them with my kids. So this is somebody who did that. Alichukua hiyo kitabu akasummarize. So what's easier to sell? A history lesson, 384 pages over 8+ hours to read, that the $11, that's the book now, or an outcome, 10 pages, 1 page introduction, 2 pages per step, 1 page conclusion, less than 20 minutes to read, $7. $7 in Kenya shillings ni simefika 1,000 and something. That's the nini. So it's easier to sell an ebook, a shorter ebook, because mtu akicompare a whole book ya 300 pages, people don't have time. They're like, hii kitabu sitaweza kusoma, but this one for 10 pages, this ebook, I'll be able to read and I'll be able to take action because you've taken out the most important things in the book and put it in your ebook. So this is also an easier way. Sawa. Yeah, so who else wants to get paid to solve people's problems and help others? Because this is what you're doing by having an information business. For someone who can't sleep at night, what's a good night's sleep worth, right? If you can create a digital product helping people who are struggling with insomnia, they can't sleep, right? Maybe you put a guide, you tell them maybe they're supposed to use these herbs, you tell them how they're supposed to drink these herbs, Watu watanunua. Someone who is struggling with a lack of sleep, they'll buy. Do they care if the solution they paid for to get that good night's sleep was only a few pages long? No, they don't care. They just care that you're able to solve the problem. This is how you see you can create a digital product around anything. You just need to pick your thing. pick your topic, pick something that you're usually interested in, and create an information business around that, build a brand around that, hivyo, sawa sawa. And also for the people who are experts in something, maybe you have experience in a certain field, obviously you can also do this, create an information business around your expertise if you're an expert. Yeah, so can you see how people are making money? Money is calling. You better pick the call. Pick the call. Step 2, present it to a thirsty crowd. After you decide which digital product you're going to create, next is to choose who you're going to sell it to. Like for example, we were talking about potty training. Who are you going to sell this potty training guide to? Where's yeah, you can sell it to men. Okay, you can, but it's not the market that is going to make you the most money. You can sell it to new moms, right? You sell it to new moms. Those ones will buy. They will buy. They will buy you. You learn how to present what you are selling. You present it to a thirsty crowd. For example, maybe you decide to get into farming and you want to create a book for how to start a broiler chicken farming guide. Who are you going to sell it to? The best people to sell it to is to women above the age of 40, because wao ndio wanapenda biashara ya kuku. See, they are going to buy. All right, the $7 is 900 bob, exactly, and it's pure cash. Digital product, it's 100% pure profit, because haununui stock. You just need to create the digital product one time, and then you're going to sell it over and over and over and over and over again, right? And the world is your oyster. You can sell it to anybody in the entire world. Yeah, so step 2, present it to a thirsty crowd. How do you do that? You decide on the audience that you're going to sell it to, and then you decide on the delivery vehicle of your message. What do I mean? Now, this is where marketing comes in. There's only 4 methods of marketing, honestly. Number 1 is called cold outreach. Cold outreach is where you message people. Watu wenye wako Instagram sana sana na Facebook. Si kuna watu hao wanakumessage, sijui, are you interested in this? Kwanza watu wa crypto na trading. Wanakuambia, oh, sijui, you can make, sijui how much money per day. That's cold outreach. Cold outreach nowadays, it doesn't really work, but kitambo it used to work. I remember when I was 18 years old, kuna wenye nilirespondia hao watu wakukwambia make money online 15K per day, and I went and I got into the company. It was a pyramid scheme, but the whole business, they used to make money like this. Unaambiwa uamke kila siku 4 a.m, you message people on Facebook. Now unapewa numbers, you're supposed to message like 100 people per day. Unatumia message. Obviously, most people ignore, but there's some who respond. So that's called outreach. This is when you have no otherwise. That's the method number 1. Marketing number 2 is called warm outreach. This is where you reach out to friends and families and acquaintances, and you tell them, hey, I've gotten into this business. Would you be interested, or do you know somebody who would be interested in what I'm doing? This is warm outreach. Or you can do collaborations. You can tell people to promote your business for you. That's warm outreach. Number 3, it's ads. I normally teach people how to do advertisements, online ads. Like easy advertisement, unaona kwa TikTok, ukiscroll unaona ads, ukiscroll Facebook unaona ads. Yeah, that's advertising. Number 4, content creation. Me, I usually do content creation. So this is also another way that you can be able to market your brand, to market your product, content creation. Higher. So if you don't want to do content, you can do any of these. You can do ads, you can do all these other things. Now, in order to be able to make money, to actually tell people to give you money for your digital product, you have to cultivate an entrepreneurial mindset. You have to think like a business person. You have to think like an entrepreneur. In our society, we usually look down on business people. Tunaonanga ni kama ni watu wabaya, but no. The reason why we have anything, the reason why I have a laptop, the reason why we have Wi-Fi, the reason why we have couches is because of entrepreneurs. They go, they invent things, and then they give you. So obviously you have to pay because everything costs money. To make a laptop, it costs money. To make cables for Wi-Fi, it costs money. So that's why you're supposed to have that entrepreneurial mindset. You realize that everything costs money and you should pay up. You should learn, you should uzoea kulipia vitu because everything costs money. Sawa sawa. Also, become a buyer so you can be able to attract buyers. There's people who just love free things all the time. You like, unataka tu kupewa vitu zote for free. You want somebody to mentor you for free. Why? Why? For the people who love free stuff, this is how I normally see them. Either number one, oh, let me read this. You cannot be successful if you're a freeloader. Yeah, you can't be successful in the entrepreneur space if you're not the type of person who buys things. Because kama hujazoea kutoa pesa kwa mfuko, how are you going to be able to ask people to pay you? Utakuwa uncomfortable, like your energy. It's going to be weird for you to ask, for you to be able to charge money. That's why you find like people will be doing like you're coaching people for free. You are afraid to ask people for money because you yourself, you're not a buyer. You have to become a buyer so that it's easy for you to attract other buyers, to attract, because like obviously attracts like, and also to be able to ask for your worth. Like for example, me saizi, that's when I'm building my brand nini. But let's say 1 year from now, you think I'll be charging, there's something I'll present to you at the end of this class. But bei yangu itapanda and I will not be able, I would sitaogopa kutisha watu pesa. Do I know the value of what I'm showing? So yeah, you cannot be a successful, you cannot be successful if you're a freeloader. Why? Here's why. Because number one, if you see the people who usually like free stuff is either number one, they are naive. What do I mean by this? It means that you don't understand how the world works. There's nothing for free. When someone is giving you something for free, it means either number one, they're losing money by giving you something for free, as in yeye ana spend money ndio upate kitu for free, so they are covering the cost. That's number one. Number two, they are being compensated in some other way, or they are planning to take advantage of you in the future. Like for example, of late we have very young girls who are being murdered by men because maybe umeenda umepelekwa trips nini, and then maybe he tells you to do something unakata. They are naive because they think that they are supposed to be given things for free. Nobody is going to give you anything for free. Even family members, even spouses, the moment you live off of somebody, they expect you to become a slave to them. When they say jump, you're supposed to ask how high. So you see, and if you're naive about how things work in the world, you cannot be able to be successful in the world because you're not living in reality. Okay, that's number one. Number two thing I think about when I see people who love free stuff is just that this person is a bad person. If you understand that nothing is for free, if you understand that someone is paying for that free thing, then why do you continuously want to take free stuff from someone? Why? Because you want either someone is a parasite. Like unaona kama hiyo time, the video that I showed you in the beginning, tulikuwa tunafanya hizo seminars kwa nilikuwa naenda tuna book hoteli, una book conference room, maybe you pay like 5K and then you have to pay like for snacks and whatever. Tunaenda tunafunza watu kuhusu health and wellness, na bado unakuta mtu anataka umpe products for free. Unashindwa guys. Sasa Because number one, I paid for the whole. You're not here at it for free. Someone is paying for the whole. Someone is paying for the tea that you're drinking. Someone is paying for the samosa and the mandazi that you're eating. And you still want me to give you my products for free? See, those people are bad people. You're a bad human being. I don't want those kind of people in my space. So, tafadhali, think like an entrepreneur. Know that nothing is for free. And once you understand that nothing is for free, you're not going to be the type of person who always wants everything for free, because you realize unatesa mtu mwingine. You're very entitled to someone else's resources. So when you become a buyer, it will be easier for you to attract buyers, and it will be easier for you to ask for money because you're used to spending money. And in your reality, people spend money. Spending money is normal to you, okay? So step number 3. After now you've created your offer, you've created a digital product, and you have promoted them, and they've bought your first product, the next thing is sell them a second glass. This is where the money is made now. Okay, this is where the millions are made, in selling them a second glass. What do I mean? Hey, una distract. What do I mean by selling them a second glass? This is what I mean. Yeah, this is where you make the most profit. You ready to understand how you do this? There's something called the value ladder. The value ladder. Once you create your first digital product and someone buys, make sure you sell them something and another something and another something. Look at any successful business, whether online or offline. They don't usually sell just one thing. They're selling a lot of things at once, such that ukinunua kitu ya kwanza, akona ingine ya kukuuzia, akona ingine ya kukuuzia, akona ingine ya kukuuzia. Because there are usually 2 types of people. There are buyers and non-buyers. Okay, these buyers and non-buyers. When you find a buyer, make sure you can get as much money from them as possible. Sawa. Otherwise, there's those non-buyers. Those people who love free things. Those people will never buy from you. Wachana na hao non-buyers. When you come across people who want free stuff, wachana now. They were never going to buy in the first place. So once you get the buyers, they will buy from you over and over and over again. So you usually start with a low-cost product. And then after they buy you that first product, now you have a high value offer. You come up with something, either a mastermind, you could have like a paid community, you could have consulting, you could have coaching, you could have done for you services. Like for example, me, when it comes to marketing, obviously there's people who don't want to do ads for themselves. So done for you service, I manage the advertisements for them. Done for you service, you need to come up with a value ladder. This is where the magic happens. This is okay. So yeah, it's called the invisible online monetization machine. This happens in the back end. In yenye utaona, unaweza ona mtu anauza meal plan ya 500, unashindwa huyu mtu anatengeneza aje pesa na hii meal plan ya 500? Wewe ujui labda akona membership community yenye analipisha every month. Hujui akona elite coaching, hujui akona consulting, all these things, bei inaenda increase. And all of this for an online business, this is pure profit. Because think about it, consulting is just, it's like your intel, your advice. Think about coaching program. You're just coaching someone, like it's just pure profit. It's pure money, right? Yeah, you'll get to know all these things as you continue knowing more about online business. Kuna vitu zinaitwa an upsell. If you've ever bought something online, immediately you will realize after you made the first sale, wanakuzia kitu ingine, wanakuambia. Like for example, maybe you enter into a free stuff like this one, like a free masterclass, unaambiwa upgrade to VIP. That's an upsell. And then kuna cross sell. Maybe umenunua kitu moja, kama makeup. If you've ever bought makeup online, once you buy like a lip gloss, maybe a red, unaambiwa, why don't you buy the red lipstick as well? Yani you're being given something else to follow, to buy. Yeah, the follow-up sales. There's a continuity offer. You also learn to come up with in a way that people are paying you every month. The continuity offer, because this is a real business you're building. Okay, we talked about becoming a builder, something long-term. Okay, building a brand as surrounding a certain topic. Maybe unasema unataka kuingia niche ya this is a real thing. You can really build a whole thing around parenting. You build a parenting brand, community, coaching programs, masterminds, all these events, done for you services, all these things you can do. Okay? The average business, good business, has a minimum of 20 profit centers, but these are digital as product, and then the more you interact with people, you're going to realize even more problems they have, and you'll create, you'll have a lot of assets if you decide to commit. Okay, yeah. So what we have learned so far, we've learned what an irresistible offer. You've understood what value is. You have understood how you find a thirsty crowd, and you've understood what it is to sell them a second glass. Okay, so this is what we have covered in this masterclass. So from now on, you have two choices. Okay, you have two choices. Either you can go and try and build an information business on your own. You want to suffer in your kakona somewhere late night, uko hapo, you want to suffer through it all alone, or I could help you. I want to help you further. I want to create a community of people who are builders, of entrepreneurs. Guys, I keep saying that in as much as we tell the president, oh, Kasongo, we need jobs, Kasongo, sijui economy ni mbaya. Sometimes I wonder, unataka Kasongo akutolee jobs wapi? It's not the government that creates jobs. It's entrepreneurs that creates jobs, okay? It is a business person. Someone decides, I'm going to start a business around parenting. Okay, now as your business grows, you start making money and you want to grow it even further. Now you want to open office. Now you want to have a receptionist. Now you want to have a social media manager. You want to have somebody who's managing ads for you. See, you're creating jobs. Not only are you're making life for your customers easier, you're making life for yourself better, you're also helping the country. So this is why I'm passionate about more people building businesses, more people building real stuff, right? Becoming real entrepreneurs. So I want to introduce to you a program, a bootcamp that I have called the Boss Mama Accelerator. It's a 7-day bootcamp, 0 to launch in 7 days, okay? This is where you're going to here, build it, launch it, sell it in 7 days. And it's starting on Monday. Imagine in 7 days, you already have a running online business. You already have a product. You already understood the basics of digital marketing, and you're already selling. You're already in the marketplace in 7 days. 7 days ni lini? Tukianza from Monday, the other week, next week, you already have an income stream that's working. This is the Boss Mama Accelerator 7-day bootcamp. It's a series of classes that goes on for 7 days. I do a class, and then we do the practical na kushika mkono up until you launch your business. Day one here is what we are going to look at. We are going to look at wacha nisome from the beginning. The Boss Mama 7-day launch accelerator. A 7-day bootcamp where I'll help you go from 0 to launching your first digital. Copywriting is a fancy word for persuasive language. I'm going to teach you basics of persuasive language. I'm going to teach you how you do a product launch, right? We are going to learn about AI and how to utilize AI You're going to learn about automations, global brand positioning, how to build a global brand so that people from all over the world can see and buy your product. I'm going to give you sales scripts. Yani nikushike mkono tu nikuonyeshe kila kitu about having a successful online business. Day one, niche money making idea. We're going to select a profitable idea for you, a good niche for you based on maybe your interest, maybe your experience, these things. And then we're going to pick a profitable niche and validate a problem people are already willing to pay for. So this is day one. You will have your digital product idea. Day two, I'm going to teach you the basics of simple market research, okay? These are basics of digital marketing. Si kitu complicated, okay? It is geared for beginners. So, usijali ufikirie hii ni ya watu wenye wako advanced, hapana. Okay, and then day three, you're going to learn the basics of irresistible offer creation, craft an offer. People feel stupid saying no to. We are going to learn about pricing, promise, transformation, all this good stuff. Day four, we are going to learn everything you need to know about AI, how to prompt AI, how to create products with AI, how to create ads with AI, all those things. And then day five, we're going to learn about content that attracts buyers, simple content strategy to start pulling in the right audience immediately. This is for the people who would get into content creation and utilize social media, okay? Day six, we are going to learn about having a simple sales system, no tech stress. Set up your payment, delivery, and a basic funnel that actually converts. Please do not be intimidated, okay? These are simple concepts that you will learn, okay? And then on day seven, we are going to launch, okay? We're going to launch, we're going to go live, we start selling and learn how to keep getting sales after the launch. Sawa. So what is the price of my bootcamp personal touch? I normally charge it for $47 globally. If you change this to Kenyan money, it's usually 6,000 and something. So for you, watu local, for people in this masterclass are Kenyans, I think. So nimewatolea hiyo 500. So ni 5,500. If you want to get access to me, the 7-day launch bootcamp, mtu wa kukushika mkono for 7 days, we are going to learn all those things. By the end of those 7 days, you'll have a working business. You will have an extra income stream and actually start making money. It is 5,500. Sawa. So if you don't act fast, you'll be burning money. Do you want to be the type of person who loses out on all opportunities? Kenyan market is incredibly green, guys. Nobody is selling digital products. Nobody has an information business in Kenya. So whatever idea that you have, you will be among the first. And honestly, if you are among the first in anything, even if you are mediocre, you will always make money just by being the first, okay? Kenyan market is incredibly green, too much junk, not much value. So, guys, this is where I started. On a 4-day security guard mission, sleeping on the floor with no mattress, no bathing, no allowances, just cold and bad treatment. Hii video hapa tulikuwa tumeenda ni last election. Tulikuwa tumeenda sasa tunaenda kuchunga hizo ballot boxes, kuchunga elections, nini. As you can see, this is me here. Sinaona hata nilikuwa na nails. I was always about the soft life. This is where I started. That night, una mahali ya kulala, hujaoga siku 3, nikaamua I can create a better life for myself. And I made that decision. And after I made that decision, that's when I started Ileka online business yangu. And from there, nikaendelea. So this is where I got started. I didn't have any experience selling anything. There are no entrepreneurs in my family, but still I said, I'm going to try and I'm going to give it my best. So there's a book called A Tale of Two Cities. I read it when I was young. There's a quote in there. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. It was the season of light. It was the season of darkness. It was the spring of hope. It was the winter of despair, right? It was written during the Industrial Revolution. So the same thing is happening today as we are having a digital revolution. People who will refuse to transition will experience the worst of times. Sawa sawa, you need to choose which side you're going to be on. You see, it is the same city, but it was a tale of two cities. The same city, people are going through the best of times. The same city, someone else is going through the worst of times. I'm sure you all know these businesses. This is Mila Baby Shop. Achani. Aya. Mila Baby Shop, yeye ana expand they were building a whole structure in this hapo analia kasongo lakini kuna mtu mwingine big, right? This second business here, she's called Jojo Suits. Yeah, na thrive too. Yeah, ali-embrace digital. Ali-embrace digital. Yeah, she's just growing and growing and growing. When in the same period of time, there's someone else who's complaining. They've been laid off because AI has taken over their job. Right? Okay? This here, sidhani kama mnajua this influencer huyu wa mwisho, but this is a Nigerian who he's an influencer who realized that the era of influencers imeisha. So yeye alijua marketing. What he does, he goes anaangalia a business that has potential. He takes equity. Like for example, unaniuzia 50% of your business and then I help you to promote that business. These are people who are embracing digital. The only good way to making money online is when you have something that you're using these social media and AI as tools to promote your own thing. You have to have your own thing. You build your own thing. And I'm showing you the easiest thing to build is an info business, okay? It's the easiest thing. You just unaona venye huyu Nila Baby Shop grow brand around baby clothes. Now you, depending on the industry that you'll pick, okay? Let's say for example, maybe you even try which industry kama gani, maybe hata kama life purpose, maybe for women, how to reinvent yourself after divorce. You might think that there's not a lot of women, but there's so many women. You can build an entire brand about how to reinvent yourself as a mom, maybe as after motherhood, after divorce, after whatever. Build a whole brand, create content around that topic, around self-development, self-improvement, create digital assets that you're selling around that brand. This is how you do it. This one, she built a brand around suits. She's ni mshonaji wa suits. That's how you do it, guys. That's how you do it. I'm telling you, there's nobody who is telling you the truth about making money online. Making money online, the people who are making the most money online is because they have something that they are promoting, they have a business that they are building, and to them, social media is just a tool, AI is just a tool, okay? So, time is money, guys. Time is money. Ukifikiria sana kuhusu kuanza hii business, utakuta AI ilishaenda. Okay? So that's why I won't let that happen. You need me in your ear for the next 7 days if you truly are going to use what I showed you today. Sawa, and turn it into piles of cash. So when I thought about why I was successful when I ventured into that first online business that I had. What made the difference was when I made my first big investment to work with the right mentor who gave me no other options but to succeed. So when I first got into that business, unaona nilinunua stock yangu ya kwanza. I didn't know how to sell online. I didn't know digital marketing. So nilienda nika invest in a course someone else, but it's someone who is outside of the country. Ni mtu wa Majundo alikuwa anafanya internet marketing. And someone taught me how to do the ads. Someone taught me how to build brands. Someone taught me how I'm supposed to communicate with prospects to buy my stuff. That's why I was successful haraka hivyo, okay? Yeah, so please, And best of all, I will work with you up until you hit your first 100 sales online, all access to me, and continuous one-on-one session. So even after the 7 days are over, nitaendelea na wewe, okay? Bonuses ni, in the 7 days, I've not included learning ads because I feel like if you've ever been business before, most people know how to run ads, but kama hujui, nitakufunza how to do advertisements. And also, you're going to be part of a community that I'm building for people who are scaling as business owners. And also, I'll teach you automations, how to have an automated online business such that anybody from anywhere in the world can see your product, can buy it without you interfering. Yani si lazima ati akupigia simu ndio umpe till number nini, just automations, okay? This is whereby you can be able to make sales even when you are asleep, okay? Yeah, so for the serious people, hii ndio till number. Sai unaenda kufikiria kuhusu nini? If you have any question, ask me tumalizane sahi. This is the time for you to make a decision. Me, I'm a serious person. Nikiwaambia I'm going to give you my 100%. So you've seen the quality of the presentation I've done. I don't know kama mmewahi ingia webinars za watu wengine zenye wanafanyanga. Watu hawaeki effort. Me, everything I do, I put effort. I am somebody who believes in working hard. I have insane work ethic, so please. Ukiamua kufanya kazi na mimi, just know I will take you, at least mahali uko, I will take you to the next step. Sawa sawa. So hii ndio till number. Let's go to the Q&A session. If you have a question, drop the questions. Let me see what are the reservations you have. What are the questions? What questions do you have for me? Yeah. What questions do you have for me? Kuna mtu ako na swali? Kuna mtu ako na swali? Even if it's just feedback, just tell me what you think about what have you learned? Have I delivered on what I promised you? I want to know. Niambie kitu. Jera, niambieni kuna Mkikuyu hapa kwa hii chat. Niongeleshe Kikuyu. Jerai, jariria. Haya. Msidhani nimemalizana na nini. I will call you. Si niko na namba zenu. Nitawapigia one by one. By the way, kama if you stayed till the end, send me a message. I want to know if you are present. Sasa, just let me know you are here. But nitawapigia. So that's how you start your own information business. Yeah. See you at the bank. And I want to say thank you. Thank you for giving me a listening ear, for taking time out of your day to listen to me. I don't take it for granted. So thank you. Sawa sawa. Oh, okay. I see some questions. Could you show us one of your products currently on sale online? I have never seen anyone sharing that. I mean, one of your products, sorry for the typo, for anyone who doesn't know what niche to invest in. So, mimi products zangu ni nini? Digital marketing. I have a product. Acha niwaonyeshe. There's a digital product I have. I normally sell it for... Sijui kama be able to access hapa. It's on Kajabi. So I have one digital product. That goes for Kenya shillings 23,000. Let me show you. Hmm. Hmm. Acha niendelee kujibu swali. Hapa kuna mtu anasema for anyone who doesn't know what niche to invest in. Imagine when you're starting out, just pick one. Ukiniuliza mimi nitakwambia uingie health and wellness. We can start there. Health and wellness inakuanga na pesa. People buy everything in the health and wellness industry because unajua health is like a very sensitive topic to people. Lazima niwaonyeshe hiyo product yangu. It's a course, it's an online course. It's a full course ya digital marketing that goes for 23,000 shillings. But normally hiyo ninafanyanga majuu. I do ads like in like Canada. Kama kuna mtu mwingine ako na swali you can nini. Mm. Mm. Kama kuna mtu mwingine ako na swali you can be asking as I don't know why Kajabi is giving me attitude today. Alafu, yeah, that's the boot camp now. That's the private classes. Once you sign up for the boot camp, like you have access to me now. Kuna hizo formal classes za kila mtu ama one-on-one. Ina depend na vile unataka. Hata ikikuwa one-on-one, it's still like a 7-day program that's private. Alafu unajua speed ya the learning speed of everyone is not the same. So for like the people who struggle maybe with something, I normally have extra sessions. Then niandike email. Let me write myself an email. Yeah. Watu wenye wako na swali, just engage me. Usiogope as I look for. Yeah. So this is, I actually just have this one digital product. Apart from the bootcamp, I also have these. View all my products. So this is Kajabi. It hosts my Kajabi is a program. It's an app that kama unataka kufanya a video course, it's going to host your program. So I have a digital growth community launchpad. So this is a digital marketing product, and it's a product I bought from someone that has 100% resale rights. So ina cost 23,000 Kenya shillings. One inaiuza, but nauzanga majuu mostly. For Kenyans, I like working hands-on. So you see, welcome to the launchpad. So this is the digital growth launchpad community, and what to expect. So this is like a launchpad. How to log into Kajabi. It teaches you how to use Kajabi, right? What is passive income, mindset training, what is resale rights, launch to profit in 7 days. Hizi vitu zote. How to use system.io, how to sales funnels. Kini kama we ni beginner unaweza kuwa huelewi hizi vitu. How to import and set up email automations, test your automated systems, set up your social media. Yeah. And it also has mini bonuses. Yeah. Like I'll give you this, by the way, 200 digital product ideas. Nitawapea for the people who will get into the bootcamp. I'll also give you product ideas, right? Fast selling ideas that you can just use on the go, right? A market strategy growth plan, all these things. Yeah. How to use Canva crash course, how to build a faceless brand. Yeah. So this is one product that I have. This is my digital product. It's an online course, a digital marketing program. It's called Launchpad. My Launchpad. Haya, so naona ni kama hakuna mwenye ako na maswali. But guys, please make sure you embrace this opportunity. I am here. I am ready to help you. Once you decide to do this, get into the bootcamp. Niambie uko ready once you sign up for the bootcamp. Na sitakuachilia up until you have your own digital product. If you don't have ideas on the digital product you're going to create, I'll give you. Okay? I'll show you the best sellers venye naonanga watu wakiuza na zina move. I'll give you the ideas, we'll create it with you, and we'll teach you how to do the ads. I'll teach you how to come up with a content strategy. I'll give you basics of having a sales process. Okay? Nitakushika mkono up until you do like 100 sales. Like from there, sasa unaweza enda sasa uendelee, you can fly now. Because utakuwa umekuwa pro, you'll have understood the basics. Sawa sawa. Unajua, as a beginner, saizi venye hujaingia into the industry, it all seems so intense, so demanding, nini, inakaa kitu kubwa, but you know, everything, when you start something, it always looks like it's hard. But once you start doing it, you find out, oh, this is so easy. Very easy, right? Yeah, it might seem overwhelming, but it's not. Especially when you have someone who is telling you exactly what to do and someone to tell you what works. Because now you don't have to do trial and error. Mi nakuambia, this is what works. This doesn't work. Okay, this is not important when it comes to building an online business. This is important, yeah? Tell you everything that you need to know. Sawa sawa. Yes, Josephine. Nipigia simu, text me, let's talk. You can register for private classes. Sawa sawa. yeah. So I guess from now on, I think let's end here. Tayari ni lunchtime. Maybe some of you are hungry. I'm also hungry and thirsty. I've been talking for almost 2 hours continuously, but I'm happy that imekuwa successful, tumefika mwisho. Okay? So, mimi nataka kusikia watu wanataka kuanza hii business. Okay? That's what I want to hear. So, yeah, like there's so many different platforms that you can list your digital product. Kuna Kajabi, Coursera, Udemy, there's another one called Whop. These are places that people just go to look for digital products. Right? There's so many. So many. Kuna mtu hapa tayari ana take snacks. Wacha mi niende. Sawa sawa. Have a beautiful lunch. Have a beautiful rest of the day. Have a beautiful weekend. Yeah, so tutaongea more. I'll make sure to call everybody. Okay? So, guys, bye bye. Bye bye. Let me end it. Let me end it. How do I end it? Mm.